So you probably have seen my. No, you probably have not. Hi, dude. So back in several months ago, I made a video where I predicted who the actors are going to play for the new Smurf movie. Well, today, in no real complete order, I am going to go through what I did and then pair it with what actually happened. So for Hannah Waddingham, I had her as playing Mama Poot, and she's instead playing a new character called Jezebeth. I think that's one of the people inside of the Evil Villain Society with Rosmel, but I don't really know that far. And for Kurt Russell, I had him as playing Hefty. Instead, he's playing Ron, Papa Smurf's and Ken's brother. And Sandra, I did not have an exact thing she was going to play, but she is playing Moxie. And John Goodman, I got that one correct. He is playing Papa Smurf. And Natasha Lyonne, I did not predict her as playing anybody, but she is playing Mama Poot. Well, technically in my original draft, I had her as playing Farmer before I had any idea as to who was actually going to be in the movie. So that was something. And Nick Offerman, I got that right too, as playing Ken. He just looks like exactly like Ken. Like, at least to me, Ken just feels like the epitome of Ron Swanson. From the moment I saw the image, I was like, definitely Ron Swanson. And for Shulam Mariduena, I had him as playing No Name. For, honestly, I don't feel like he really had a reason. But he is playing Brainy, which is pretty interesting. I don't think I've seen a trailer with a lot of these voices yet, so this should be really exciting to see what they all sound like. And for James Corden, I had him as playing Jaunty because I originally had Hannah Waddingham as playing Mama Poot, and I was like, those dudes seem like they go together well. And they're both British, so that seems like it works. But he is actually playing No Name, which, yeah. And Octavia Spencer, I had her as playing Moxie because I felt personality-wise it made sense. But she is playing another character called Asmodeus. Another character who was not inside of the original listing or anything at all. I mean, there wasn't really a listing so much as a Burger King thing that I found on the internet right before I made my video. And Nick Kroll I predicted him as playing Gargamel because I thought his voice was very diverse because when I saw him in Word Girl. But he's actually playing Trunobog. Another dude who I'm guessing is in that villain society along with Jezebeth and Asmodeus. And Billy Lord, I did not have her as playing anybody because there were enough characters at all. So I had her as playing nobody. But she's actually playing a Smurf called Worry Smurf, which I feel is probably going to be like Scaredy from the 80s series because similar sort of thing. And Amy Sedaris, I had her as playing Rosmel, because at that point, I really had zero idea if Rosmel was male or female. And I was like, she could do either, based on what I've seen. If I had the figure at the time, I would have been able to tell, because she looks way more masculine. But and she's actually playing Jaunty. And for Alex Winter, I did not have him as playing anybody either because I ran out of characters I knew would be in the movie. But he is playing Hefty. So, yeah. And JP Carliak is playing, well, I predicted him as playing Vanity. Instead, he's playing Gargamel and Roswell, which honestly makes far more sense in retrospect with the Joker clip that I saw on the internet. I definitely should have thought that sooner, but oh well. And Levy, this is another one. So I originally, when I was looking at the internet, all of the actor roles, for some reason, what came up on Wikipedia and various other places is that it was Dan Levy, some American comedian, instead of Dan Levy, the Canadian son of Eugene Levy. So, well, I technically predicted both of them as playing Brainy, but it ended up being Dan Levy, and he is playing a dude named Joel, who, according to the little posters, is so cringe. I'm not sure what to say about that. And then here's somebody who is not on. So this is somebody named Maya Erskine, who is not on the list when I found that, but she's playing Vanity, so I am including that here because that is the final one of the Smurfs that I actually had some idea would be in this movie at the time. But was not played by one of the actors I previously knew would be in it. I still stand by my theory that Azrael's definitely going to be in this movie, and because he has not been cast yet, or she has to go by comics, possibly new stuff, but I go by 80s series where Azrael is male. But I still am of the belief that Azrael is going to be played by Frank Welker, but that would be wrong not to include because, like, needs to be, because that is, and all the other movies. So of that consistency, hopefully I'm right in that matter. But we will see. Yes, so basically that is this recollection of all of what I went through and what was true and what wasn't. Most of it clearly was not right at all, which is very much to be expected. I'm just happy I got any of them right. But yeah, so I am very excited for the movie, and I will see y'all after. Bye!